figured I was going to do an hour on this, but he's busy at the gates of hell. Let's do a fear-mongering radio. It's Christmas, 25th day of the third month of the 25th year. We're in the outskirts, the poor side, here in Minnesota. Chloe has a urine infection, so Sue Ellen took her to the hospital for her look at her urine because she was peeing in the house yesterday. So meet the niece at a restaurant in the outskirts of Golden Valley, I guess. I redid my music stuff to them now that I'm monetized. I've yet to get the monetized thing on there, but they sent me the thing that you've been accepted. So I'm like, geez, thanks. But I've yet to be anything monetized when I've uploaded. I do have a throwback from the Adventure Channel coming out tonight at Prince's Place after it rained or if we were on the cruise when he died, making poor choices. But yeah, this is your favorite audio addiction on the video platform, the one and only Fear and Cheer. Fear-mongering radio. Coming to you live from the great state of Minnesota, with a land of 10,000 likes plus a couple. Maybe we'll call Carl. Life of Vibe and Mzvicky are kind of fighting over the affection of Sarasota Timmy. Tater goes on a poor man's cruise. I listened to it and just something about alcohol, whatever else. I'd not be drinking in the first place. I maybe have a Carib beer when I go to St. Martin and on a cruise. I have virgin margaritas. I'm a Nancy boy. I haven't been drunken since my marriage started 31 years ago. But got a poor one to stay in or something. It's like, I'm not going on a Walmart cruise. You take your wife to state fairs, not county fairs. I'm sorry. And my boy, Uncle Blind, left the house again. Looks so out of place. But I bullied and trolled him into doing it. Yes. It's a great time to be alive. It really, really is. What I always say, I can hear, I can see, I can feel, I can walk, I can talk. I have all my legs, and I felt pain today. I had a headache. I had to go westbound out there to Little Falls, and they had the Culvers there in the outskirts of St. Cloud. So, easy day for driving. But I put 500 miles on that pig in 2 days at $38 an hour. It is what it is. We're getting busier and busier. Loaded for bear tomorrow morning. So she's off with Chloe. I put her in her cage. They didn't want to come in and bark when she'd go potty. Gave her a biscuit. She was all upset when they left. She stood by the door. She listened. I put you in the cage. I don't trust you running around going potty. I'll get my ass chewed. They'll be back sooner than later. Look outside, just windy and it's all brown. Ice is off the lake. Saw Bernese Mountain Dog on the trail. Love Bernese. Creek is empty. It's dry. Maybe we live in Arizona. On the moon. God, I hope not. I could never. My mom's place is strictly there because I own it. I'll be in a coffin before I live in that state. I like good fresh water. I like lakes. I like the change of season. D and devil, D and desert. God said you can have the rest of it. That's why it's hotter than hell. I only have this investment property for my brother can go bury pipe whenever he wants to. But anyways, it's been pretty much the same behaviors coming here to fear. Yeah. Fear-mongering radio. And the trolls are usually making remarks. I got a couple listens on Spreaker, which I appreciate it. When coming over, the usual deal. Let my people go. Australia, where I know the Woo is going to. Ukraine, Russia. Norway, I like that. Spain? Where's Spain? Where are you guys coming from? Madrid, thank you so much. Madrid. The gangster's got in the view too as well. Yes, he has. The gangster, Mr. Arenatus. The usual behaviors. Oh, Florida. Frickin' Florida, Leno Lakes. Usual Odessa. Minnesota, Minneapolis. Someone recognized me downtown. I was at a recycling place, and he goes, "Hey, I just saw you over at the Raspberry Island in a video." And I go, "Really?" And I go, "Well, that was last year." He goes, "I lived in that area. I didn't know it was there." "Are you Jeff?" And I go, "Yeah." "You Cowpote?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Yeah." Now he pronounced it correctly. It was a great little video. It was quick. I loved it. I said, "Yeah, point and shoot." I said, "There's a guy on there, BlindViews, who it's illegal to point and shoot." I said, "Well, I've flushed him out of his garage." Me and Carl. He looks like a homeless man out of place. He laughed and he cried and he cried and he laughed. Phoenix twice. Kentucky, Benton. Oz, Ashburn. In Pennsylvania, city of Barley Shop. A lot of animals and savages that do roam free. Lincoln Finance. Bismarck, westbound in 94. Thank you so much. They roll in and save trails. I see the Hunch was doing some more. I love how they're sharing stuff with somebody else and texting. Just how incompetent is that behavior? I mean, good Lord, good gravy. What's wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? But what we always say, our freedoms are brought to you by the military men, the armed forces, and all the countries out there. Not all men and women, not all men in the armed forces are perfect. None of us are. As far as I know, once I passed out, I've never forced myself on a woman or a man or anybody else. There was a young man from Grand Rapids got pinched for answering to a 17-year-old young lady. Wife got smart and divorced him, like Tiger Woods. He's dating some hot blonde. Looks like his other wife who got smart and divorced his young ass. My wife just killed me. No body, no crime. No body, no crime. You little bastard. That's right. No body, no crime. Yes. We always saw one. I'll repeat it. Underworld wars, right? Dragged in by Japan, Pearl Harbor. Then we got the old mighty Mo and said they were sorry. Then we had to storm those beaches to snap the necks of the Krauts and free the Jews, which we sent a ship back full of Jews that were slaughtered in cold blood. Many times talked about that. Hitler took his own life like a coward. Couldn't go on blaze of glory. Who was the guy from his sons from Iraq? At least they fought, the men and women in the armed forces, to the death. He simply took the pill and he burned his body, and he still kills in the grave because people think hatred of the Jews, anything else. It's a shame. I'm trying to use the word hatred because that's when you march people into ovens and hang them from trees. Dislike it. Pedophiles should be publicly hung, and rapists and so on and so forth. They hurt underprivileged people. Yes, absolutely. But we don't have time for that language. Remember, if you don't like two men having consensual sex, get it. $20. Make a good video and whatever, smashing gas. You can't watch two women. You can't watch two women. That's not a very Christian thing to be doing. But the rights to watch that kind of behavior is brought by the Air Force, the Army, the Marines, the Navy, the Merchant, Ascot, Coast Guard, in uniform. Thank you so much for the service to this fine country. Forgotten in Vietnam, Afghanistan, all the wars out there, soon to be fought. Sooner or later. The way we're going right now, bitch please. And I mean bitch please. Man, we're in blue, like I said. Balls the size of basketballs. And they do have ovaries the size of oak trees. Got a troll out there obsessed with my phrases. Been quoting he or she or it, I don't know. I appreciate you out there making comments. Call the show, and I mean call the show. Call the show. Don't be a coward. Don't be a about good choices in life. I forgot my cheese, but not a big deal. You remember the cheese? It's the condom. Unwrap it. Prevent AIDS or herpes or gonorrhea or needle in the penis or unwanted pregnancies. And the father, the child runs off, and like I say, and the troll repeated, the women carry the groceries of your boorish behavior. When you pump her full, so women require a condom. Even if he's all water and no seeds, all it takes is a drop, and you're pregnant, none. Blood flow doesn't make an appearance. Your choices in life we talk about, who you run with, right? You make bad choices, you can run bad people. Make good choices, you live in good places, otherwise you'll be under a bridge. Ask for money in the corner somewhere in Minneapolis. Refuse to give. I just drive around by like a heartless little bastard that I am, and I appreciate that when I'm called a heartless little bastard. You know damn right, bitch. Don't drink and drive. It's a good choice. Drink all you want. Pass out. Don't get on the wheel. You will murder. You will murder somebody. You murder somebody, okay? Pick up the phone. That's all we're asking. Pick up the phone. Thank you so much for those fine listens to that behavior. I don't know how long we'll do a show. It depends if she's coming from the same crowd. She had a meeting. Maybe over an hour. We'll call Carl, get him on, the resident hater. It's too bad. What's his name? The old man now, whatever his name is, can't come on the show. New York Dan is stalking. Call the show, but he won't call the show. Email me. I'll call you. Carl calls all the time. He's afraid to piss off the king. Because the king listens to everybody and watches everybody. Even Sarasota Tim. He watches and he watches and he watches and he watches, and then he watches above the garage. He looked like a homeless man sauntering around the outskirts in the great state of Pennsylvania, waiting for a cop to roll up. But anyways, you guys, welcome to a little Sarasota Tim Hater podcast here. We are commercial, music-free, sponsor-free podcasting. I saw the Wonder Hut. He got another electrical bike, her third electrical bike. I typed on there, how many are you going to pimp? I'm like, Jesus. I mean, somebody told me one time a long time or something. I said, no. I'm not going to be doing anything like that. If I did, if I gave it away, I'd be giving it away for free. I would give it away. I wouldn't charge anybody for it. Here, I got this for free. You can have it for free. But no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be a shill. But, I've noticed here as we get into the traveling here for all you people out there that listen, the few and the proud, that come and listen to my young ass. Just spooked. I like this one. Could be a different layout, what I'm looking at. Is that Life in Vibe and Mzvicky fighting over Sarasota Tim? Because Life of Vibe, listen to her voice, it's tough, man. She grinds on you. Kind of like, why'd you bother? She's like, Sarasota Tim and narcissist behavior. Oh my God. He's lying about this and lying about that. I'm like, how that voice sounds to you right now? Did you just cringe for a second? Yes. And she get a closed mic, but she talks like that all the time. Oh, Sarah, I'm a registered nurse. Then open a practice somewhere. I guess she's from Virginia Beach. I like that. Right now, my video will be out to the 13th of August of my vacation down in Ocean City. Then open a practice down there and do some pro bono work like my auntie did, my mom did on law. Okay, Carl did the same damn thing. 50-minute. I listened to just 5 minutes of it. Like, oh my God, about his lies. Yeah, about what's being covered, what he's getting done. I'm like, really? His medical thing is your business? If whatever the guy wants to lie about, let him lie. Who cares? I don't get it, man. I mean, people accuse me of buying subs. I'm like, really? That's always my favorite. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go out and buy subs. Yeah, okay, you know me, you guys. I thought I want some subs, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. But, and then, Miss Vicky, she did a sitting, and she's just not a live streamer. She doesn't have the it. Sitting in her basement, or where the hell she's sitting, doing a live stream. I don't have any notes in front of me. It's off the top of my head. Okay, I don't need notes. When I go somewhere for my St. Martin, I whatever I know, I get all the research, I get all the behavior. I can talk about Tim without looking at notes. If you can't retain the memory of listening to his young ass, if I was Sarasota Tim, I'd be like, go ahead, man. Why would you put a copyright strike on him? Anybody talking about you? I don't know what the big deal is. If you want to, talk about somebody. I can put the whole video up. That's one thing. And walk around like Dave used to do me all the time. That kind of behavior. I guess Savage, the apple ass, is with Tina D and some fat farm coming back. I heard about that behavior. I really don't care. Told Dave, I don't care about Savage. I met her in Virginia Beach like 4 years ago. Her rock star husband. He needs to go see his gunnery sergeant. His behavior with his wife, who was he was a Marine. Hoo-ha. She used to fight with Fat Boy all the time. That was epic fighting back in 2017 with her and Fat Boy. Papa Gruncy 56. Fat Boy. But I personally think if they could both have his baby, both. If somehow Miss Vicky could have the Tim and she would have the Tammy, and each have the connection to the goat of YouTube, I guess, they would. They're fighting for the love of Sarasota Tim, the attention, the behaviors. I saw it this morning. It said 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, I can do an hour, but you've got music in the background. I'm talking to you. It's on a closed mic. It's a boom mic. Not sitting in my room with an open mic. Calling him I guess he's a bold-faced liar. I bold-faced lie. I love to lie and tell bold-faced lies. My favorite thing to do. But this is just me. It's Chipotle here, right? It is what it is. Just makes me laugh. And then cry. And it makes you cry. Then you scream a little bit. All of a sudden, before you know it, you start crying about something and you don't know, and you're in your bed and you're smoking marijuana. And you pass out thinking that Sarasota Tim and all the haters are just a bunch of evil people in your head, but you realize that, it's true. Grown-ass men and women, I talk about people, but grown-ass men and women will do 50-minute videos bitching about somebody's medical problems, I guess. And then morning, the parking Nazi that she is. I've never seen anybody in my entire life worry about parking. It's like be afraid to walk. When I at the airport, I'd get a shuttle at the airport, I would park on the very top of the ramp and walk down, because I don't keep myself mobile. She gets all mad when I'm driving. We'll park away. Why? I said, because we're going to walk. Because I said, he who has the gold sets the price. He who has the gold sets the price. The price is you're going to walk your fat ass into Ridgedale. She became very bitter when I said it one day, but thin penises here, thin places. But I just think they both, because she did some, what did she do? She did some, what the hell did she do? I read about she's being a hater or something. What the hell was it here? Let me go look and see what it reads here. Let me go look real quick here. She put something out and I read it. I'm like, I think I made a comment or she's got me blocked. I have no idea. I did send her a song one time. I haven't seen anything yet from, BlindViews on the what's her name? Call Me Chris. She's become more of a reaction channel now. That's what she's become. So, what was happening in the reels? She's pretty good. She does a reaction channel. Let's see now, Life of Vibe. Let's see what she did, because she did something on, what is it now? But that voice, oh my God, here we are, we can't talk like that. She went on Foodie Booty. She went on her before too as well. She's more on Sarasota. People that listen to her have no idea. Members only, catching up on legal stuff. That's just boring. No one cares. But Foodie Booty, no one cares about her. When I continue about Sarasota Tim, remember he said he paid $20 for Medicare. Okay, who cares? Membership giveaway. What are you giving away? What are you giving yourself away? Okay, here it is. Can you be a hater and a good person at the same time? No, you can't. There are who are scared to be seen and criticized others, and others will stand strong in their beliefs. I know which one I am and why. I'm fighting the battle in front of me. Thanks to all those who continue to support me. It's not a community. It's called like-minded people. Okay, sweetheart, what are you trying to help? Who are you trying to help? And then Chris Google, so much for stupid fair use day when you can't talk crap on all you want about this guy, but if you use his content, your fair game be taken out. It's also good luck reacting videos that won't exist if you try to watch them later. LOL, people are massive jokes and sad to spend the holiday hating. Well, do you to make that response back? But she is obsessed with him. I mean, I put in the notes too as well for you guys, but another one, disdain for women, hard to ignore. Whoever, that's 2.5 hours. Who the hell this is? I don't know. Half her stuff is about whatever the hell it is. Yeah, a lot of guys hate women. I don't get that, but I mean, you look at majority of her stuff. It's all about Sarasota Tim. I mean, it's just, I pray for her. I mean, so she watches all his stuff. She does do a not paying creators glorifying self. I mean, yeah, so what? Let him eat. I love Hungry Fat Chick. I love trolling her videos. I love it. No spend challenge. How much money you make on YouTube? No. Apology demanded by haters over Sarasota Tim's YouTube earnings. God. I don't think she makes that much in the first place. I mean, you look on here, and then she's got one for Foodie Beauty. She started with it looks like she's got Foodie Beauty in here. Where do you live? Where's your money? So I get it. I've seen things in before. She is 90% Timmy. 90% Timmy. But I just didn't, Let's see if BlindViews, besides his leaving the house. Because he left the house today. Sarasota Tim flips the script. Oh, here it is. Wait. Go on vacation. Mike does it his way. I thought he had one up here. Maybe, I don't know. Did he take it down? I swear to God I saw it. I swear to God he left the house. Maybe he took it down. I have no idea. Don't know. So, I don't know what's going on with that behavior. But I thought he had one up because the Tater did go on a cruise. So, he did leave the house. But I love the one he did on his hood struts install. The Santa Cruz. The cheap car for poor people. Only 601. No one cares. They all want to hear about is Tater and Tim. They don't care about your car stuff. They could care less. What's the plate guy doing now? Big changes on the RV, but you look at his too as well. No one cares about your other stuff. No one cares. I mean, I get it. I talk about people too, but I also leave the house. Then here one, it's just the usual behavior. I mean, I think he wants to. Tell his minions harass Cryptid Anonymous. Yeah, that was his buddy. Not anymore, because he's been trolling him. Cryptid Anonymous has been trolling him really well. So I swear to God, he put one out. I swear to God, did he take it down? I don't know. I know I listened to it. The cowardly took it down. don't think he was alive. I doubt it. No. So what did he do? But, well, maybe he cowardly took it down. I don't know. Who knows? But he left the house today. I swear to God, I saw it. And he, because the two girls are still obsessed with Tim. I mean, I get it. I talk about these people, but I also, I talk to Carl once in a while and discuss his behavior. And I see New York Dan is lovely and talented, trolling his young ass and going around. I get it, man. But it is what it is, man. It just it makes you laugh and it makes you cry. But like I was talking to Carl. I'm talking about this too as well. I said I bullied a grown ass man to leave the house. I bullied him to leave the house, to go outside and walk around, and he was walking in the park, walking down a hill, no problem at all, right? I love it. And what's his name? Grifter's Anonymous, but he has to turn his back to the camera. That's all about. Look at me, great, you can edit. I was just talking to Carl how long it took me to get his edit up. I said, yeah, it takes too long. I'm like, it's like, F that. Driving ones were up real quick, and same with the point and shoot ones, the ones coming up, right? Not going to walk around. But, he has left the house. He's left the garage. So that's what he's been doing. And it's kind of hilarious that a grown-ass man gets trolled. So it's just kind of funny. But so just took that one down, man. Dude, but drowning? I saw it because it came through. I'm like, oh. Maybe it wasn't to his satisfaction. Who knows? Maybe he was embarrassed. He looked like a homeless guy walking around. He just doesn't... He doesn't look good walking around outside, because the wife probably has to, the caregiver's got to drop him off somewhere, because allegedly he's blind, right? Because he can't drive, White. Can't go anywhere, so he's got to he either takes an Uber, goes to the local park, and people are pointing, hey, look at that guy over there. That's Ace Frehley over there walking over there, right? He's a roadie, right? Rode hard, put away ret, right? Walking over there, but it's good to see that people give him crap, but he's obeying the haters who rip on him about being blind, and at the point and shoot, I'm going to show everybody what I do. You watch me. I'm going to walk around outside. You watch my young ass. All right, I'm going to do that. So it's just kind of hilarious with this behavior going on. I think it's funny that he left the house. But I'm waiting to see why he hasn't. I mean, Tater put the video out this morning. I listened to the thing. That was why I was driving, so I didn't listen to what he was saying. I'm like, okay, going on a Carnival cruise, a poor man cruise. So I'm shocked he's probably feverishly working on it right now as I'm speaking to you. If it's not out by tomorrow morning or tonight, late tonight, I'll be shocked. Because he probably watched the whole thing, took notes. When he get into his studio, he's going to talk about him saying he's not going to drink, and at the end he had a beer. And then whatever he was, because he gets seasick on crap and going on a cruise and eating food and whatever else. We're going to Mexico. We did a Mexico cruise. They're boring. They're not that fun. It's just people begging to give you stuff, buy stuff. And when you go down to the beaches, you constantly get just verbally attacked by people. So we went on one a long time ago, maybe 15 years ago. We were on a Royal Caribbean, the Explorer ship. I think that's around anymore. But Nomadic Fanatic went on a poor man's cruise with the Me Only fan girl, which I still don't understand. That's why I was talking to Carl. I said, well, hussies talked about that, kicking guys in the nuts, and they get off on that, or foot fetishes and stuff, and people like fat women to belch and whatever else. So I guess if you want to watch a tatted up woman take her clothes off, I guess you can probably find that on RedTube, I guess, or any adult website, and just sit there and look at it for free and choke your chicken, right? I understand that. She seems like a nice lady, but I'm not going to date a woman who's been showing her body to other men and getting paid for it. It's like dating a stripper, you know. It's just not cool. You know, it just doesn't make any sense, you know. Or a porn star, after she gets banged all day, she comes home and wants to get it on. It's like, no, not what's been in your vagina the last 6 hours. It's like, I'm sorry, but I've always said to send a picture of my crank, it takes 3 pictures. The ball plus head, the shaft, and the balls is far too big for the picture. So, but he talked about the Nomadic Fanatic, and he got a cheap room inside. Okay, only way I'd be when we're going in 2026 in January. We're going on the hell that way. It's an older one, but we're on a deck. We're overlooking. I'm gonna be in the newer ships. We have promenades. I'll be in the inside, but I'm overlooking the promenade. If I do inside, I'm not going to be looking. I don't care. I'm not going to be the inside, because the insides are worse. As you lower you get in the ship, the worse it is. But I'm not. Those Royal Caribbeans, all a bunch of punks this time of year, drunken stupors, smoking geef. So they sat in the hot tub. I'm happy for the guy, but it's just kind of funny. It's just like with New York Dan going on a cheap cruise, you know, driving down to Jacksonville to get on a cruise. You know, I mean, I just don't know why you go on by yourself. That needs to be explained to me immediately, if not sooner. I don't get it. But it's just kind of, it's hilarious. It's embarrassing, but it is what it is. The haters are going to hate, right? They're going to piss and moan. Let me see here real quick here. How long have we been on for? 33 minutes. Should I call Carl? Talk about cruising? Call Carl. More executive orders for the hunch. Tampa Jay bought a new car. I didn't watch, but he got in a car accident, I guess. So people will send him money. I'm still waiting for the Daily Woo to go to Australia. Goodness. All right, Carl. See if he calls. Let's see if he calls the show. Let's see if he calls the show.
Hello.
Thanks for calling in the show.
What's up?
Thanks for calling in the show.
Hey, how's it going?
So here we are. I'm just kind of, you know, she had to bring Chloe to the doctor. She's got a urine. She's got a urine infection. What do you want to call it? So supposed to meet the what?
The lady bits always have problems.
Because she was peeing in the house the other day, and she'd never done that in 6 years. So I figured something was wrong with her.
Yeah.
So I took Coco Banana for a walk and I coaxed her into her cage because I don't want to be doing a podcast. I have to take her out potty. So we're supposed to be my niece. She's coming down for dinner someplace. So
I've been seeing the BlindViews video come up.
Well, you know what the one he did this afternoon? It's gone now.
Yeah, because it's not my feed. I subscribed to him, so it should be in my.
It was there this afternoon when I talked to you. It was up, and I watched it, and he was in the park walking around. He talked about Tater and his whatever. He talked about the land, and he talked about whatever. He kind of walked around, so it came up. So he must have took it down.
He must have, because it's not in my feed.
Because the one right now, I mean, I don't care, but it was just all of a sudden he didn't like it, or I don't think he had a strike. I doubt it. But it's the latest one is the Sarasota flip script. But and then it was Nomadic Fanatic go on vacation, but he did one in the park. He left the house today, and he walked around and he was talking about Tater and his land and whatever else, and then whatever that, and he talked about something else, whatever, I don't know. So I don't know what happened. So
yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? But I want, I mean, whatever. That's that. He left the house. Your uncle left the house, and
it's good as getting up.
It's good to see. Yeah, it just doesn't. It looked kind of weird the way he's walking down. He's walking down a hill, and again, it's allegedly you're blind. I don't know, but whatever. But but it's like I look at the one. Go ahead.
It says his vision's like if you take a toilet paper roll and you put it up to your eye, that's what you'd see. So you could see good enough to walk around.
I love his hood struts. The poor man's car. It's only got 600 views. I don't get me, but they don't care. I mean, I was just looking at Life in Vibe. Both these people are they obsessed with Tim. You know what I'm saying? And especially Life in Vibe. I personally think Mzvicky and Life in Vibe are fighting over the affection of Sarasota Tim. Would you not agree, yes or no?
No, but on Life and Vibe, she goes after him hard, and she does it for like an hour or 2 hours. So
I know.
You got to be a true fan.
I was just looking at it, and I listened.
You're not going to have any casual people stop by.
No. Well, that voice sounds like she sounds like Monty Python and the Flying Circus, and that's a very annoying voice. I love her, but I looked through her thing while I was live, and she talked about foodie beauty, and I've heard things on that woman before from other people. She lives in Kuwait. She's kind of a boring person to cover. My favorite woman to watch and troll is Hungry Fat Chick, where she's just stuffed food in her face. She's just hilarious. I don't watch all her stuff, but I go troll a video, and say stuff on there, but she's hilarious. But foodie beauty is just a total idiot.
Yeah, Life of Vibe wants to cover more people, but where she talks about the medical part of it.
Right. But I just don't think. I get she likes to talk about him, but it's just like, Jesus Christ, woman. I just don't get it. But it's just like.
Have you ever been to a heart doctor?
Yes, I've been to a heart doctor before. Yes, when I had a slight years ago, I had to do a stress test. But
how did you get caught up there? How did they tell you to go to one?
I went myself because I went to the doctor because I was playing golf and I couldn't breathe. I drove myself to the doctor, so I went to the emergency room. They gave me, and they said, you got to take a stress test.
Okay.
So I had to make sure that everything okay. But I mean, I've been to I have type 2 diabetes. I'll say if I went to a doctor, but I'm not going to share my whole medical history with somebody. And if I did, I'm not going to lie about it. But it's like, I get it. He's a bull-faced liar.
She's trying to figure out if he's lying about going to the heart doctor.
But who cares? But who cares?
Oh, I know. And when it all comes down to it, who cares? But
it's just, and I get it. She wants me to do gooder, and she's allegedly all this stuff. Fine, I'm happy for you. Okay. I do fabricating. I'm never going to do a fabricating video. And then when I love guys that do it, I would never tell someone. I mean, I've made comments before on audios. I've seen some fabricating or why RVs are screwed because they don't use good metal, and they don't make the frame strong enough. They don't have an extra beam in there. That's their biggest problem on these RVs. And they don't make them waterproof. That's why they leak. They take shortcuts, I mean, that's very simple to talk about. I mean, you don't have to be a fabricator. It's just smart when you're putting a roof on the house. You make sure everything is covered. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing that, when you make a house, I mean.
And they're not for 24/7 living. They're just not built that way.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, I'll agree with BlindViews. I mean, with his bus, they're not in anything. It's what's Tim talked about that in a video one time. One who's obsessed with Carolina RV. Line Screw 1 talked about, he goes, these RVs are made to sit for a couple weeks at a time, and then you drive them someplace, not just go from weekend to weekend to weekend, That's a lot of, I get it, but they still, the old RV, you see an old RV, the old, like Carolina RV has, the older ones, like 1970s, they're still, those are built solid. They don't leak. Those ones you want to buy. I was watching Did It Start, and the guy, they bought an old one for $200, and they bought it, and then they drove it to a NASCAR race, and they sold it to one of their fans, some guy they know, and he went through the whole thing and finally a lot of water damage. But the bottom line is he had to go through and fix it all. But he was like, look at how solid it was. He just had to fix a couple leaks to make it look nice. It was an old school one, blue one. I see them all the time in people's yards or something. Those are the ones you want to buy. They're solid. They're basic. They drive nice. I mean, if you got to put a new engine tranny in it, so be it. That's easy to do. You know what I'm saying? But
and the people that make the frames, they tell them what they want, and so they make the frame for that. And if the manufacturer does more than what the frame's supposed to do,
correct.
That's not really on the frame guy.
Then they break because they don't make this. They use cheap steel because they're all made in Indiana. That's the problem. All of them are made in Indiana, and there's no lemon law. That's the governor won't make a lemon law. So that's why you watch Liz Amazing, and there's a couples are spending $180,000 on a fifth wheel, and they get screwed. I mean, it leaks from the time they take it, and they don't get it looked at by somebody. They drive one. I just one the other day. They drove like 6 hours to get a good deal on one, and all it did was leak. You know, I mean, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm not driving 6 hours. There's around my area here, there's probably about 7 places that sell RVs. If I wanted to buy one, a fifth wheel or like a pull behind, I could go look for one, and I could get my different, just to save $1,000. I'm not driving to Wisconsin. Okay?
No.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. That one that they drove all the way from Ohio to somewhere, and the guy was delivering it back to him. He went under a bridge and he ripped the top off, and they made them pay for it. I'm like, bullshit, man. The company that brought you have insurance, you know? But I'm not driving to Des Moines, Iowa for 3 hours to save this much money. I'm going to buy it in my state. Before it leaves, Carl comes to look at the damn thing before it leaves, you know?
Yeah.
But
take a garden hose to it before you leave the lot.
Absolutely. Well, I watched a good car. It was a truck show where they make the Freightliners, I think it is. They make like about one every 5 minutes comes off the line, you know. It was a really cool video. It was on History. And the guy, when they take it off, they drive it, the guy takes it to a car wash, and they run it through a big car wash for like about 15 minutes while he sits in the cab. And then they pull off the side and make sure nothing leaks. So that's
this one guy cruising with the Carsons. He says you wait till dusk or early dawn, and then you take a light at an angle, and you go over the roof, and it'll show you all the imperfections.
Yeah, because they don't care. They just don't care. They don't. I mean, there's a guy 159 when I drove up to Grand Rapids before. He builds he repairs old RVs. And he sells them, and does a good job on it. So he'll buy old RVs from like insurance companies, and he'll fix all the imperfections and sells them. But I don't know. I see too many RV people buying these things. Would be at 5:15. Okay. Hang on, Carl. How'd it go? But if we get a little medicine or what? Okay. So I put it in a cage. I gave her an extra treat. All right, 5:15. Okay, good enough. Yes, no problem. I'll be done before that. No problem. So she gave her some medicine. She did a bladder infection. So, okay, cool.
He's a beta cock. He'll be there.
What?
You're a beta cock. You'll be there on time.
You're damn right. I know. Yes, I can be a beta cock. I love it. Debbie Daly used to call the people all the time. She would just sit there and she'd yell at me on her podcast. You're just a beta cock, Cowpote. That's what you are. You're a beta cock, just like the one angry Jew. She used to yell at me all the time. Call me a beta cock. I'm like, I took it as a compliment from her. I miss her. She was so good. Her and the Bathtub Girl would fight, and Desert Rose would fight on Spreaker. It was such good drama. It was so fun to listen to a 2-hour show because she'd fight with other people and bitch about me, wanting to be Jew. The Bathtub Girl, they would fight. It was so hilarious. They'd fight back and forth. It was great drama. Without, I mean, they would get personal, but there was never calling jobs or anything like that kind of behavior. You know what I'm saying? But it was great drama. Debbie was the best. I don't know where she went, but she was all about listens and everything else, and someone called her job or something. She had a job and something happened. I don't know where she went. That was too bad, but Yeah, I get Life a Vibe. She seems like, I sent her a couple songs that I wrote for her. She seems like a nice lady, but there's an obsession there on him, and I just don't understand it. I just don't understand this behavior.
Well, she lives alone. And Miss Vicky kind of lives alone. It's just when you're by yourself, you don't have anybody to bounce stuff off.
Well, I thought Vicky had a boyfriend.
He does, but I don't think they live together.
Okay, so she's by herself. Okay, I get it, but there's such thing as leaving the house. But to me, this is an outlet. I could drove 250 miles today. Whatever. I'm gonna go meet our niece. We'll have lunch, dinner with her, whatever else with my wife. Spend time. But my time talking to you on the podcast, I figured, what the hell, let's do it. I was going to do a gangster one, man. I'll just talk about these people and we'll have some fun. So whatever it may be, but it is.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
You think we're entertaining BlindViews when he's listening to us now?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely are. That's what. Why do you think he left the house? Why do you think he left the house? Because of me coming on the scene and ripping him up being blind, the fake blind guy. That was my phrases. He's listening to me, and I appreciate it. But he like I said, last Thursday he was triggered when he leaned forward into the microphone and called me Chipotle, went after me, and which is I appreciate it.
Yeah,
he was pissed.
Well, I upped mine a little bit yesterday by doing some filming on a camera and editing it.
Yeah, like I said, you can learn how to edit. It doesn't take that much. I mean, you could learn how to be a welder in about 2 hours. I could take you into a. If my dad's house was still owned by my nephew and you were in town, I could get you a acetylene torch. We'll put a mask on you and say, okay, we're going to put this together. And I could teach you with.
Yeah, I welded in high school.
It can be. I could teach you how to bake a cake. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you don't know how to bake. Well, I'll teach you. I mean, that's why people say I don't know how to cook. Okay, I don't have the patience to be a baker, but I can do it. Why? Because I can follow directions. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can cook. You just have to follow directions. Okay, Carl, put this in here, put that in there. This is how many minutes you do it. It's not that tough to be a cook. You just got to want to do it. I loved that Perkins because it was, here's the order. I cracked the eggs. I put the ingredients down. You put the pancakes down. We put it on a plate, and that guy served under 8 minutes. Where baking is like, okay, you mix all the behavior, you put it all on a plate. It takes a while. I don't have that kind of patience. So, and I did that one.
And then you only want a piece,
right.
I like it at the grocery store. You can get a piece of cake. You don't have to buy a whole cake.
Correct. But I mean, I'm not a big baker, but I could bake a cake if I needed to. I mean, because when her mom died, her dad was obviously alone, and he baked some, but he was baking, and I'm surprised. I go, Sue Ellen, the man is a grown-ass man. He's 70 years old. He found a way to bake. He looked up to he made some really good pies for Christmas. I said, he's a grown-ass man. He knows how to make something. He's a Navy veteran. I said, he was just used to the wife doing it. I said, hey, guess what? He's now a widow, and he was making and baking. I said, he can follow directions. He can read English. She kind of looked at me. I'm like, yeah. My dad, when he divorced my mom, who was a pain in the ass, guess what? He was making stuff and trying his hardest. He finally learned how to make stuff, He started with the old hot dogs and whatever else he was doing. I came over, we had some steaks, and I told him I'd do a few things, and, he learned because he had to. He followed directions. I said, Dad, you know how to weld, right? Then you can cook. And the light went off in his head. I said, just follow directions. You can make this. And he, looked at me. I go, you can do this. You're a grown-ass man. You're grown. But no, it's just he probably I don't hate BlindViews. I just like to call the guy out because what he does, what me and you are doing, he does everybody else. Because I'm shocked he hasn't put one up yet on Tater. He's probably in the studio working on it right now.
Yeah.
Unless the caregiver took him outside again, I don't know.
But he seems to have actual animosity towards people.
Oh, big time. He always does. He's always like that. He's big time has animosity towards people. Absolutely, he does.
Yeah, we just make fun of people just to do it.
Oh my God, I love it. It's just hilarious. It's just so funny. But I just feel sorry for Miss Vicky that when she tries to live stream, doesn't look, and I don't know. So what do you think about What do you think about him going on his poor cruise? What do you think? Did you watch that or not?
I'm happy for him. I like cruises.
Yeah, I know, but the poor man cruise.
Well, we differ on that because I would like to save the money because I just want to go there and relax. And
I understand, but he has an inside cabin, which you can't. I mean, I get what he said, but if you're going to be inside cabin, you overlook the promenade or something. You look out at something. You know what I'm saying? But
I've done the inside cabin on the bottom.
Not a chance, man. Not this man.
It's supposed to be the smoothest ride on the whole boat.
We love the deck. I guess we disagree, but I'm not going on that cruise line. I'm not doing it.
I've done both. I like having a balcony.
Yeah, but
and seeing the ocean, but I can leave my room and go do that too.
Right. But yeah, so he's on the poor man cruise. What's going on with New York Dan? Is he still stalking?
He's uploading stuff that he filmed before he started doing that, so who knows?
Okay, I'm just curious what he's doing.
That's why he's a ghost. So like in my videos, I'm like, is that New York Dan over there? Do I see New York Dan? Because he could be anywhere.
I think it's
Tim filmed, and he filmed up a little bit.
He what?
And Tim filmed the outside, and his neighbor next door has a car just like mine.
Oh, really?
So my next video, I'm going to call him out. I'm like, Tim, you showed him that we're hanging out together. You filmed my car. I'm actually down in Florida. I filmed all this other stuff ahead of time.
Yeah, the trolling with New York Dan's class. He's such a goof.
Like you gave me that idea where you're like in Minnesota, but you said you're in Florida.
Correct. Yeah, it's because remember, it's not a lie as long as you be the truth. You know what I'm saying? I've done that many, many times. Just like the rail fan, I claimed I was in Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? Walking around. I've done that before. I was on the Appalachian Trail. I've done that many, many times. You know, it's fun to do that, and people believe it and get all, that you're in some other place, and you just, like I'm driving through Cleveland or something or whatever. You're just screwing around, whatever. You just kind of.
Someone gets butthurt trying to prove that you're lying.
Correct. I've had people do that. They get all butthurt on me because they try to prove that I'm wrong. I know. You're giving me a view. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Yes, I was lying.
Yeah, I know. It's just some people because I go by the theory of what's his name? Keep behind the camera. His whole channel is about making up lies of what he's doing in his life. Him and his girlfriend, they're not married. Yeah, they have kids together. Allegedly, his dad is dead, but his whole channel is about lying of what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And people eat that stuff up. So, it's my way of clickbaiting, but having fun at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not having the carpetbagger had that one last week where he was stranded. No, you're not stranded. The train's behind schedule. That's a fear-mongering clickbait, I mean, it's just some people love to do that kind of behavior, and they're trying to be serious. Where I'm just screwing around, and like your uncle said, blind views. And I totally agree with him on that. And before he did that video, I've seen that the RVers are always about drama right now. They all just like, oh my God, this is happening. They can't just show you something and do something. It's oh my God, someone was in our camp, whatever.
Yeah,
but it's nonstop skullduggery. I don't know. I just no one can just do videos anymore and just show you something. Sidetrack Adventures is really good. He's a good guy. He does a weekly video. You can choke down a Wonder Hussy video if you want. Have her babble on if you really want. She's showing you something. She does research. Go for it. The Day Woo does one every day. If you want to listen to that guy talk about Disney, everything he does, it goes back to Disneyland. He'll be someplace in goddamn Australia and he'll refer back to Disney. Because he got banned from one of the parks for going behind the scenes for something. He got banned.
Yeah.
He made TV.
I guess the cruise Tater didn't like is a Disney cruise.
Yeah.
where's an adult going on a cruise ship?
Yeah, we wouldn't.
For children.
Yeah, I would not go on that. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't mind kids. It's just when you get they're screaming, they're hollering, they're yelling, and I get Mickey. We were at Disneyland one time, but you're going with your nephew or your nieces or something. You're going as a family, but me and my wife are not going on Disney cruise. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to go there. There's no reason to go on a Disney cruise. Maybe we're all.
Well, I mean, if you had grandchildren or something.
Correct. One time I was getting a family on my, and they were going to Disney for a week and then a cruise, right? The grandfather was taking his wife and the family and like 6 people. So we're on the shuttle. Like, where are you going? We're going to Disney World and then we're going to go on a cruise. I go, great. And he goes, and he looks right at his mom. He's like about 6, maybe 5. Because my grandfather is rich. And I'm just like, oh my God, the mom just got oh my God, because they probably told him. Yeah, Grandpa's rich, Carl's rich. And I kind of looked at grandfather. He kind of smiled like he was embarrassed because the kid just said it. Instead of the mom probably said to him, he's rich. Instead of just saying he's going to treat us to a vacation, the mom should have told him that. Instead he says to him.
I watched the guy that sells mansions.
Mm-hmm.
He talks shit about mansions.
Yeah.
And he had one guy and he goes, oh, these are the kids' bedrooms. But they really think they're cool. They really think they're cool. And he's like, no, they don't. They're kids. This is the only bedroom they've ever known. They just think it's a bedroom. The kid doesn't know he's living in a multi-million-dollar house.
Correct, and the kid doesn't need to be told that the grandpa's wealthy. Maybe he wants to spend his money on you. Just say, hey, guess what? Grandpa's going to take us and treat us to a 2-week vacation. Okay, that's all you have to say. You don't tell him that he's rich, because now you're putting that in his head.
Yeah.
And my brother did it with my nephew all the time. And then all he expected from it till I knew that he got older, he expected me to pay for it because my brother told me to have money. And that just, it ruined our relationship because it used to piss me off. He did it all the time. It's like, shut up,
Well, that kid knows all the other kids go on cruises.
Right. So it's like, instead of just saying, hey, the guy was going to spend money, they're great. I've seen a lot of grandpas do that. They'll take the kids on the grandkids on vacation to spend money. And I think that's great. But you don't tell that to a child when he's your, hey, Uncle Carl is going to, guess what? Hey, Mikey, guess what? Uncle Carl in Illinois, he's going to meet us down in Disney on your birthday. What for? He's going to spend, he wants to spend some of his money before he dies on you, and he wants to take you on a vacation. You know what I'm saying? He wants to spend some of his money on this. Guess what? Say thank you. You could be poor as hell, but guess what? You've saved this money, and that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
He wants to spend some money and treat us, Whatever. You don't say, Uncle Carl's rich, he's going to take us on vacation, You don't say that to a kid. Because that's my nephew was. We carried Oak Ridge County, a lot of wealthy Jews, and he would always make fun. Like, so what? They're wealthy. What's wrong with that? He would expect more money from them. They were very wealthy. It's like, listen, they'll pay you what they're going to pay you, okay? Because my nephew would get paid from somebody. It was never enough. I'd pay him $50 to do my lawn. It was never enough money. You know what I'm saying? To mow around my push mobile when I'd be out of town. It was never enough money. It was never enough, So I finally just hired a lawn service to do it for $120 because they did it, while I was gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to spend money like anybody else, but it is what it is. So. Yeah, we'll see what happened in BlindViews. I mean, it should be up tomorrow on Tater going on a cruise because he'll make comments about him not drinking alcohol, and at the end he did drink alcohol. So he'll make a comment.
Yeah, we didn't think that was going to last.
No, of course not. He's a grown-ass man, I guess, So, Mexico is the worst. And Mexico is not the best place to go either, but I'm not the kind of guy. But I'm not big on Mexico. But anyways.
Just want sun and sand, it's no big deal.
What?
Just want sun and sand, it's no big deal.
Right. All right, Carl. Anything else for your young ass?
No.
All right, I might call.
I'm sure BlindViews will have something later.
I'll talk to you later, okay?
All right.
Bye. There he goes. There he goes. I'm going to call Ted before I head down the road here. Ted the Talking Head and see if he's available, and then on my health. I appreciate him calling in the show. It's always fun to have him on. You'll see if Ted the Talking Head's in the building.
Hey, what's happening?
Welcome to Fear Mongering Radio. How in the hell are you?
Good. What's going on?
Not much. Just talking to Carl. He's from the City of Organized Crime. He's part of the hater group of Sarasota Tim. I just kind of talk about that behavior and this blind view guys. He claims he's blind, but my brother-in-law's blind. I've coaxed him out of his house, and he's been doing his videos outside. So he's all mad at me. They call me Chipotle, I guess, because they can't pronounce Cowpote, so they call me Chipotle.
That's pretty funny.
Well, I've always said before you can call me Cowpote, then you can call me whatever you want. Cowgirl, it's Miss Cowgirl to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You can call me Cowpote. You got to pronounce it first. So he's BlindViews. He's on YouTube. He's this Sarasota Tim. If you typed it in, you see all these hater channels. That one girl, she's a nice girl. She's got the Mighty Python voice, and she's from Virginia Beach, and she talks like that and pisses and moans about him going to the doctor. It's like, really? I get it. I talk about people, but my God, the whole channel is about Sarasota Tim, who's a bold-faced liar. I love to lie on YouTube. It's fun, but I do it for fun. These guys do it because to make a story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I cry for people that are just obsessed with people on YouTube. They do this whole things on it. It's like, really? About this guy he does 4 or 5 videos a day. Just be like you drive around your town every day, getting coffee, driving to McDonald's, going to Walmart every day, fireside chats, And just every day you do 4 videos a day, and then you claim.
That'd be a nice problem to have.
Yeah, but he talks about Social Security and gives out advice and whatever else. And he'd be a great salesman. He'd be a great salesman because he's really good at lying. He's really good at it.
Is his Social Security advice good at least?
No, because it's not the same. You can take it. Different people should take for different price. I mean, it's advice you take from somebody who's a financial, but he claims take it at 62. It affects everyone differently. Like medicine. Yeah. Look, you almost died on the highway. Other people would have been dead. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Your body said no, and you weigh your fit. I think because you're fit. I think
less than 1% survive.
Right, because if you would have been less out of shape, I'd probably been dead because I'm pretty much out of shape. Your body said no, I'm not going, and that's what sometimes helps athletes. You can take a shot, and your body can go, I can handle this. I'll absorb it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anybody else would have been dead. You would have been halfway into heaven before. The devil knows you're dead, as they say, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When you see me, you'll understand.
Are you scarred up or not?
Oh yeah, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you rode hard, put away wet, as I told that blind view guy? Because if you want,
I mean, I'm born again hard, but
well, if you type in BlindViews and just go look at him, if you get a chance, just type in BlindViews, one word, and you tell me if he doesn't look like Ace Frehley. BlindViews, he looks just like Ace Frehley. So, and I also call him want to be Howard Stern. He got all mad about that because he looks just like Ace Frehley. I mean, he's literally. So now he's going outside, walking around, doing videos because great. You have time to edit. I'm happy for you, but he looks just like BlindViews. I mean, he looks just like Ace Frehley. Literally, just like him. He looks like he's escaped from the backstage of a roadie. He looks like a roadie.
Oh wow!
But if you look at him, he looks just like Ace Frehley. And that's not a compliment either. That's not.
No, Ace is
rode hard and put away wet.
Yeah.
Because he plays guitar, but he got triggered at me last week because he did an audio on the guy because he's going outside and he listens to my stuff and he did a video on Carl. Too afraid to mention his name, but he threw me on the bus. I gave that. Well, no, he heard Carl. This comes on my show because Carl is like a kind of a hater above the business, but I make fun of. He comes on, we talk about BlindViews and these 2 women that just are obsessed with him. They're just totally obsessed with him. They just they don't constantly talk about the guy, and it's just. I mean, I'm obsessed with the NFL. We all know that. Like Cash Ben said, that's our porn. NFL is our porn. It's what we 20. I do my show year round. Okay, because something's always coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
I know that, because speaking of that now, we'll get off that. You don't really care about the haters. I just want to tell you, Carl's a good guy. I call him Santa Claus. Looks just like him. He's a good shit. He's a good guy. He's a Blackhawks fan, so he's part of my crew, But
how are you Blackhawks doing?
we're eliminated already. We're eliminated. We're done. The E's already out there. I saw. I did NHL. We're done. It's them and the San Jose are both eliminated from the National Hockey Association. And I know Washington. They clinched, so they're in already. The cesspools are in.
Yeah.
So they're in. So Wild.
My Islanders got hosed last night on a BS call. But, they scored with 8 seconds left, and they called goalie interference, which was so not true. And they ended up losing in overtime.
Bastard. Well, you just got a point.
Yeah, we should have had 2, and they're fighting for they need every point.
Yeah, well, in the East, it's going to come down the last 4 games. The East is going to be a fun watch. West is somewhat. The Wild's in. Like they said in golf one time over at Oak Ridge, just got to keep breathing. You know what I'm saying? They just keep breathing, they'll be in. But the East is going to come down. I can't believe Boston gave up on that already. They gave up on their season.
I was shocked.
They have a chance. They had a chance. They sent their captain to Florida. What the hell's wrong with you? And he should have stayed. Found a way to stay. They love you in Boston. You should have just stayed in Boston. Just stay there, be a hero, say, guess what? I don't want to go anywhere. We'll figure a contract out. We'll be fair about it. Let's stay there. Be the Joe Mauer of the Boston Bruins and stick around, okay?
Yeah.
Because you'll never pay for a drink in that town again, But that was just dumb. It was a poor choice. But that team is just a near shell of themselves. But what's going on with Karen Rogers? What's he doing these days? I know Minnesota said hell no.
I don't know. I was listening to the radio today. They're saying, the Giants got the food stealer. So
yeah, I saw that.
But he got a backup contract. He's only got 2 years at $8 million.
Mm-hmm.
So they're supposedly still in the hunt for him. The Steelers, Giants, might be another team.
I can't be Pittsburgh. And Pencil Dick, I can't. He'll look him right in the face. So you're going to get your ass in here. Well, that's something about it. With the Jets, your candidates were too ballless to tell him to get his ass in here. So.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make sense though. He's 41 now.
Right.
So if you pick him up, then you're looking at a year. They should have kept Fields if I was the Steelers, but.
Right.
But they didn't. So.
Right.
So you figure they went from Pickett to Fields. To Wilson, and they're going to lose all 3 of those guys in 2 years. That's.
Well, here's what happened before I cut you loose. We go out to dinner.
Yeah.
Is that they hung on to Hamburger Helper far too long.
Yep.
They should have gotten rid of him. Guess what? Just like with the Cowboys, they got rid of Emmett. Sorry, people do leave franchises.
Yeah.
Montana went to KC. Gretzky got traded.
Yep.
Things happen. And especially the quarterback, they hung on to him far too long. That's why they're in this predicament, because they don't teach quarterbacks how to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's me, 1, 2, me. I've heard that on real shows. That's not the way it's played. Well, that's what they're teaching in college. That's what they teach in high school. Is 1, 2, me. That's what they teach.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't teach it anymore. They don't do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They rarely do it. And look, I think Tennessee Tater Tots are giving up on button fly already.
Wow.
I think they're gonna camcorder. No, don't just come on, man.
Yeah, it seems like they're actually gonna take him.
And he's 6'2", 1, 2, me again. He's not Allentown. It's like, what's wrong with you people? You just got button fly. I don't get it. I do not get it.
Well, it's the league isn't. They don't. I don't know. It's very impulsive. You're not carrying your quarterback for 15 years like they used to.
Correct.
It's they move on from them fast. Man.
Right. Well, so, Ted, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Yep. Enjoy your dinner. Say hey to the better half, and I'll talk to you later this week.
And
Opening day on Thursday.
All right.
Paint Giants back.
All right. We'll look forward to going to the Cruiser in 2026.
Yeah, we'll be there, God willing.
All right.
So, be good.
There he goes. Ted, the talking head, ladies and gentlemen. But this is Heaven and Hell, Part 2. My name is Jeff. Thanks, Carl, for coming on the show. We appreciate everybody coming on. We really, really do. But, what's this? He was up to 9 minutes ago. Tired, none of your business. Huh, okay. All right. I see. Okie dokie. So he did put one up. Only that one will win. Anyways, you guys, it is what it is. None of your business. Quite frankly, it's none of your business. Okay, he put one up now. Okay, Mike does. Okay, all right. None of your business. Interesting to say the least. Okay. Anyways, you guys, remember the military, the armed forces, the Air Force, the Army, the Marines, the Navy, the Merchant, National Guard, Coast Guard. They're in and out of uniform. Thank you so much to this country. And make good choices in your life. You are your choices. Okay? Safe sex, issue, thrill pill, cherry packs, put on a condom, birth control pills. It's all we're asking. Take care of the body. Do a good job. Okay? Keep obsessing. We appreciate it. Bitch, please mean bitch, please. All right, thank you, Ted. Would you shower in the shower at Penn State? We're going to shower in the shower at Penn State. Burn the Catholic churches to the ground. Thank you on this beautiful day in Minnesota. Everybody out there in the outskirts.
Because I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Yahoo.
Peace in the Middle East. And please keep it real in the field. Heaven and Hell, Part 2. We'll take you out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out.